Today I'm going to draw SpongeBob and Patrick Star, but in 8 different styles. Let's start with the top left side, cartoon style first. The reason I start with cartoon style is that it gives us the general idea and style for the rest of the drawing. Also, it's a really simple narrative for how the character is going to look. Let's quickly do shading with pencils. Also, I'm a fan of SpongeBob, and especially I like old classic episodes. I don't know, there is something about them. The colors, the energy, the jokes, and I think these episodes are iconic. And new 3D movies are also cool. But I don't know, those animated old series just feel more alive for me. What about you? Do you prefer new or old SpongeBob movies? So, cartoon style is done. It took me 4 hours and a lot of effort, but it looks cool. Now it's time for the second side. But what style we should draw next? So I'll pull out a random style from this box. And the style is inverted. I think it's gonna be really weird. Basically, to draw inverted style, I'm gonna use color wheel and choose opposite colors, like yellow and purple. And for me, this side was really satisfying to draw. Also, I think many of you watched the new SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. So, in this movie, SpongeBob decides he wants to prove how brave he is to Mr. Krabs. To do that, he sets off on a big adventure with Patrick and ends up following the Flying Dutchman into the deepest, most dangerous parts of the sea. They go way deeper than any sponge has ever gone before. Even though SpongeBob's idea of bravery might be funny, I loved how it still feels like classic SpongeBob, silly, crazy, and full of heart. In the meantime, here's the inverted side. To be completely honest, for me it looks like 4 out of 10 because it's really weird. Anyways, to the next side. Random box, random style. We will draw X-ray style. I don't know why, but I'm pretty confident that it will look awesome. This style is probably my favorite, but on the other side, usually it's the hardest and time-consuming one in the whole drawing. While I'm drawing, I want to share a story about how SpongeBob was created. SpongeBob was created by Stephen Hillenburg, who actually started out as a marine biologist. He studied the ocean and taught kids about sea life. Hillenburg first made a comic called The Intertidal Zone, but one of the characters eventually evolved into SpongeBob. He combined his love for science with his talent in animation, and that's how Bikini Bottom and all these crazy characters came to life. Here's the final result, and as I expected, it looks awesome, especially the X-ray part. Now we're gonna draw the side with Patrick Star. Traditionally, let's pull out a random style. The style is drip. It's gonna be my first time drawing this style. As I've said, I haven't drawn drip style yet, and you know, it went pretty well. Since we're drawing Patrick Star, let's talk about him. Deep beneath the ocean, in the colorful towns of Bikini Bottom, lives a starfish who's become one of the most beloved cartoon characters of all time. But have you ever wondered how this pink, lovable, and slightly clueless starfish came to life? Hillenburg wanted a character that represented the lovable best friend type. Someone who was funny, loyal, but also a little clueless. Patrick was designed to contrast SpongeBob's energetic, optimistic nature. His simple, round design and expressive face made him instantly relatable and hilarious. Okay, so here's the drip side, and it looks fine. Also, it was the easiest side in the whole drawing. However, it's time for the next side. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to pull out a random style. So it's wood style. Also, as well, most of the episodes are cool and funny. There are also weird ones, like Rock Bottom. In this episode, SpongeBob accidentally gets on the wrong bus after visiting Gleb World and ends up in Rock Bottom. The town is super weird. Everything is upside down. The creatures talk in weird, squeaky noises. SpongeBob panics and confuses. He tries to talk to the locals, but they just keep squeaking at him. He runs up and down the steep streets and tries to get out of Rock Bottom. The bus finally arrives and takes him back to Bikini Bottom, ending his surreal adventure. In the meantime, here's the wood style. And you know, it looks pretty solid. Let's move to the next side. As always, let's pull out a random style. This time we will draw Frankenstein style. I feel it's gonna be another weird one. Also, I didn't tell you about the bustling underwater town where SpongeBob, Patrick and all their friends live. Bikini Bottom. It's located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, and everything here is a little underwater weird. The houses are unique. Patrick lives under a rock, SpongeBob in a pineapple, Squidward lives in an Easter Island head, and Mr. Krabs owns the Krusty Krab, the most famous restaurant in town. Speaking of the Krusty Krab, it's the heart of Bikini Bottom, run by Mr. Krabs. It's where SpongeBob works as a fry cook, making the legendary Krabby Patties. And don't forget the Bikini Bottom supermarket, or the Chum Bucket, run by Plankton, always scheming to steal the Krabby Patty formula. The Frankenstein side is done, and they expected it to turn out bad, but no, it looks really good, and this effect is my favorite in drawing so far. So let's move to the next side. Traditionally, let's pull out a random style. Oh, fire style. As my viewers know, fire is my most favorite style, mainly because of the warm color combo and fire part. And luckily for me, I draw this effect almost in each drawing. By the way, my favorite SpongeBob episode is Band Geeks, but another great one is pizza delivery. Mr. Krabs has a special pizza order, and he sends SpongeBob and Squidward on a delivery mission. SpongeBob is excited and eager to deliver the pizza perfectly. Squidward, on the other hand, just wants to get the job over with. Along the way, they face all sorts of challenges. Squidward's grumpiness clashes hilariously with SpongeBob's optimism. After a long and exhausting journey, they finally deliver the pizza. I'm ready to show you the final result, and I think all my efforts were spent the right way. It looks fire. So now it's finally time for the last side. This final time the style is Santa. Actually, this side was really easy to draw, but on the whole 8 style drawing, I've spent more than a week. Doing YouTube and studying in school at the same time is kinda really hard. I think you understand me. After a long school day with no energy, you just don't want to do anything. So please, if you want more videos like this with interesting facts and engaging drawing process, like and write anything you want in comments. This will really support me and my channel. Here's the full 8-style drawing. Write in comments who I should draw next. Watch my other videos, they are also really good. Thanks for watching, bye!